it is December. It is the end of December and almost 2022. Can you imagine that? And that means this is the final edition of the GNBS In for this year. We have had a successful year for many reasons. The GNBS was able to open 3 new sub-offices. We hosted a successful National Quality Awards, and there's so much more that has been happening at the GNBS that you would learn about in this program. 30 minutes is not quite enough to go through all that we have done this year. However, we will be telling you about the highlights. You will get to see some of the activities, some of the events, and even the products that the GNBS has certified this year. You will hear from the various departments on what they have been doing. Thank you for joining us. My name is Bibi Katoon, Communications Officer at the GNBS. So let's get right into it. As I told you a moment ago, the GNBS this year opened 3 new offices. Those offices were opened in Madhya Region 8, Bartica Region 7, and our second office in Region 6 at Riverton. Our Bartica office was opened in March, and the others were opened later in the year, with Madhya, the last one, opened on November 30th. Inspectors from these areas were employed to verify weighing and measuring devices used in trade, register stakeholders to import and sell products which are monitored by the GNBS, and to ensure they are not substandard, to ensure that there is quality in what is being done. These offices were opened by Minister of Tourism, Industry and Commerce, Minister Onej Walron, and in these clips you will get to learn a bit more about what transpired.
Beyond the international business interests as a developing country, we must for ourselves strive for greater operational accuracy and consistency. We deserve it for ourselves. So I'm happy to launch this sub-office in Madhya. I urge the residents to utilize the services and do let us know if there are any additional services you require.
The GNBS is constantly working to decentralize its services to meet the needs of clients countrywide, as our Acting Executive Director, Ms. Ramrati Karan, pointed out in Madhya.
The GNBS vision is to be the premier national institution for standards and quality. And to do so, it is important to have a physical presence, as Lloyd said, in every region of Guyana.
The GNBS now has offices in Regions 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9. In 2022, we will be launching offices in Regions 5 and 10. Region 1 has a Weights and Measures office, which is used to verify instruments in that region. Now, you have heard a lot from me from January to November. In this edition of the GNBS In 30, I will let you hear from my colleagues in the other departments.
Thank you, Bibi. As the GNBS name suggests, we are responsible for standards, but our standards are not just national standards. We also partner with regional and international stakeholders to better what we do. To better serve Guyana's growing energy industry, the GNBS in August signed the Memorandum of Understanding with the American Petroleum Institute. Executive Director Acting of the GNBS, Ms. Ramrati Karan, and API's Vice President, Segment Standards and Services, Ms. Alexa Burr, signed the MOU virtually on August 13. The event was also attended by Chairman of the National Standards Council, Mr. Vladimir Prasad, and Senior Petroleum Coordinator, Mr. Bobby Gasai.
Standards are important as Guyanese businesses venture into the relatively new industry. The Bureau sees, our role in the oil and gas industry as critical in ensuring its success, and we also look forward to partnering with the American Petroleum Institute to standardize the practices and the procedures through the adoption of the API standards and other guidelines for the petroleum industry in Guyana.
Between API's 600 plus members and our 700 plus standards, combined with GNBS's decades of experience and contacts in the region, we have a significant opportunity to share knowledge across the industry.
Thank you, Lloyd. As we adopt these standards, the standardization department, which I am responsible for, works to ensure standards are accessible to local and international stakeholders. With the persistence of COVID-19 pandemic, many services are moving online, and we took the opportunity to offer standards information to you as well online. On August 13, the Standardization Department launched its standards portal to make over 500 national standards readily available to all. The portal can be accessible at gnbsgui.com and is accessible to manufacturers, suppliers, and other stakeholders desirous of utilizing standards. Stakeholders are encouraged to visit the GNBS website to access the standards portal and identify which standard they need to purchase if they require them. Here is a short clip how you can access this portal. For 2021, the Standardization Department developed and revised 22 standards. These newly developed standards primarily relates to the petroleum, construction, and transportation sector.
We are the home to quality. The GNBS National Quality Awards is Guyana's first such program and the leading in the CARICOM region. It paves way for Guyanese businesses to increase their competencies in quality, standards application, and implementation. In 2021, we hosted the third edition where we saw participation of 36 Guyanese companies. The winners were awarded in 5 overall categories: manufacturing, services, small business manufacturing, small business services, and agro-processing. Additionally, specific awards for customer focus, continuous improvement, health and safety, and environmental initiatives were presented to successful companies. Let us look at the highlights.
It is my honor to welcome you tonight to this event as the Guyana National Bureau of Standards publicly awards outstanding Guyanese companies and businesses which continue to demonstrate commitment to standards and quality.
Hosting of the National Quality Awards, for me, is a brilliant initiative by the National Bureau of Standards to let businesses know that they are heading in the right direction.
It is with pleasure that I bring you greetings from the CARICOM Regional Organization for Standards and Quality, CROSSQ, on the occasion of your third National Quality Awards ceremony.
We feel very happy to receive an award on behalf of the company.
For us, quality, customer service, HSSC, these things, it doesn't stop.
For us, we have always stood for standards.
And I'm very proud to say that we have always won.
The GNBS also certifies products and laboratories based on the requirements of the national standard.
In March 2021, the Certification Department for the first time certified bathtubs and shower units manufactured by Fibertech Industrial Plastics after the products conformed to the requirements of the national standard. As such, the organization was permitted to affix the national standard marks on the products. Meanwhile, several businesses manufacturing gold jewelry, PVC pipes, and concrete color blocks were also certified by the GNBS. One new company, D&S Ramdial & Son Jewelry, was certified on October 26 to manufacture quality gold articles. As it relates to the certification of clinical and testing laboratories, the GNBS certified 4 new laboratories for the year 2021. The Veterinary Services Laboratory of the Guyana Livestock Development Authority, Max Animal Medical Center Laboratory, IMEX Incorporated Laboratory, and Caseworth Medical Center Laboratory. These laboratories are certified to the GOIS 170 standard, which gives patients the assurance that results emanating from these facilities are credible and reliable. Starting from January 2022, the Certification Department will commence certifying authentic Guyanese products. The Made in Guyana certification mark was unveiled by First Lady Mrs. Aria Ali in October and will be used to certify local products based on the specified requirements. The GMS is already receiving applications from local manufacturers for the use of this prestigious mark.
Great job certification. In January, the Legal Metrology Department, which is responsible for the verification of measuring instruments used in trade, has commenced the use of a retrofitted bus to conduct verification of measuring instruments at markets, shops, and retail outlets countrywide. Apart from making the services more accessible to stakeholders, the bus is designed to create a safe environment for our inspectors and vendors in order to prevent the spread of the COVID-19 virus. This year, a total of 44,501 measuring instruments were verified by the Legal Metrology Department, and 5,719 surveillance inspections were conducted at sale outlets to ensure that they are approved for commercial use and verified as required. Added to our current service, the GNBS commenced the verification of speed guns and breathalyzers mainly used by the Guyana Police Force. In May, the GNBS had installed a breathalyzer test bench, which is capable of verifying a wide range of breathalyzers used in Guyana. Meanwhile, with the acquisition of the multi-radar compact device and the commissioning training which was conducted in October, the GNBS has launched a verification of speed guns in Guyana.
Officer, how are you sure that I was speeding? Is this device accurate and reliable?
Did you know that speed guns used by the Guyana Police Force are verified by the Guyana National Bureau of Standards? GNBS, creating a culture of quality through standards.
GNBS continues to expand its measurement service. Thank you to Mr. Rai. Over in the Product Compliance Monitoring Department, we continue to monitor 17 categories of product to ensure only quality gets to consumer. This year, the department commenced the monitoring of a number of electrical fittings and equipment based on the requirement of 31 mandatory national standards to ensure consumer protection from substandard and defective products, which can be fatal. Over 10,000 pieces of substandard electrical fittings and equipment were seized and destroyed during this year. In addition, 290 cases of cigarettes were destroyed in Lethem Region 9. These cigarettes were branded US Mild, which were not in compliance with the labeling marking requirement of the tobacco regulation of 2018. A second batch of cigarettes were seized from sale outlet in Region 3, 4, 5, and 6 in August to October 2021. Cigarettes are monitored under tobacco control legislation, which supersedes the national standard for this product. In 2022, I would like to urge all stakeholders to continue to support the GNBS as we work to create a culture of quality through standards. Thank you.
Thank you, Product Compliance. Your department must be commended for its efforts to ensure quality products. The GNBS took some critical steps to align the services of its Business Development Department this year to cater to the needs of stakeholders. This year, the department offered customized trainings and technical support to help businesses implement standards. The business development team, which I have the privilege of leading, offered technical support to a number of businesses implementing the requirements of management system standards to aid efficiency towards certification and accreditation. Meanwhile, this year, almost 700 personnel from both the private and public sectors were professionally trained by the GNBS. Additionally, on World Standards Day 2021, we were able to offer a free food safety training for 24 small business owners. The training was offered to small agro-processors and vendors that handle, prepare, and provide food products for sale. The participants were given the opportunity to learn about some of the basic food safety requirements that ensure products are safe for human consumption.
Hi, my name is Marissa Mansfield. I'm from Camberville, and I have a small business, a catering business, and soon to open a child care facility. I heard about the program on Facebook, and because I wanted to know a little bit more when it comes to food safety, that is why I applied to do the course. Since I got here, for the few hours that I'm here, I've learned a lot when it comes to packaging, safety, how the temperatures of which my food's supposed to be processed. It's going to benefit me because there's stuff that I didn't know, the temperature under which I'm supposed to have it under, my environment, and so forth.
Hi, I'm Keisha Sertima, and I do agro-processing. I do pepper seasonings. I heard about the training through Facebook, and a very good friend of mine sent the link to me. I must say, for the hours that I've been here, the training was excellent. Everything that I've grasped, that I have known about with agro-processing and handling of food was well taken. And I must say that I've never knew about the difference between the temperatures of preparing food and storing food. And I must say that it is a great benefit for me of learning as a small business owner that I will put into practice later down in my business as it grows.
Hi, I'm Carolyn McLean, and I am an agro-processor. I also do pepper, seasoning, achar, fish, seasoned fish. I've learned a lot, and I'm very thankful. A lot of things I've learned. I've learned about the different temperature, the importance of the different temperature in storage of food. I've learned that. I plan to put it into practice as early as possible, as soon as I get home.
Hi, my name is Kamala Saranjanath, and I'm a coconut water vendor. This training would have given me some great knowledge about food packaging and the temperature and much more within food safety. With implementing strategies, I would work on my food packaging, the bottling of my coconut water, because I'm a coconut vendor. I usually take orders, so I will work much more with the packaging and create labels and so on for my business.
GNBS, creating a culture of quality through standards.
Heartfelt gratitude to all of our stakeholders, and I just want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a very prosperous New Year.
Thank you, Omesh. Also, on that note of giving back, the Industrial Metrology and Testing Department in September and December conducted 2-day training sessions for block makers who are members of the Guyana Society for the Blind and for the Rumville Parent Support Group. The training formed part of collaboration with the Bureau and the Central Housing and Planning Authority. The block makers were given the opportunity to learn about the requirements of the national standard for concrete hollow blocks, the technique for block making, and GNBS testing and certification for the product. But the big news is, in the month of December, the Industrial Metrology and Testing Laboratory was accredited to the ISO IEC 17025-2017 standard. That's the standard for general requirements for the competence of testing and calibration laboratories. The significant achievement came through hard work, dedication, and lots of support, and enables our laboratories to demonstrate competence to produce valid measurement results which are accepted worldwide. In addition, the IMT department is consistently working to up our game to serve the rapidly expanding oil and gas sector. This year, the GNBS partnered with Southern Petroleum Laboratories Incorporated, a global leader in testing of a wide array of petroleum products. This partnership facilitated 2 weeks of extensive training on crude oil testing and analytical methods at their Center of Excellence in Houston.
Kudos to you and the IMT team, Donna. On that note of oil and gas, the newest and fastest developing sector in the local economy, the GNBS this year established its oil and gas department dedicated to serving the industry. This department, which I'm tasked with managing, works closely with the Ministry of Natural Resources. Our responsibility is to monitor the custody transfer process on the floating, production, storage, and offloading vessel, otherwise known as the FPSO, by ensuring all measuring instruments involved are calibrated in accordance with international standards and are accurate. Our offshore were executed as per schedule this year. In addition to that, inspectors in the oil and gas department participated in many training sessions to better able to serve the industry. These sessions include capacity building training program on petroleum measurements, which was done by the University of Austin, Texas, PESTEX by extension. This training was aimed at boosting the competence in the monitoring of our custody transfer process. And most recently, the inspectors of the GNBS have completed their safety training, which would allow them to travel offshore. On that note, I would like to say thank you to our stakeholders in the oil and gas sector for cooperating during the course of 2021, and we're looking forward to serving you in 2022. Season greetings.
The GNBS, in addition to doing all of these things you've heard about, conducted other activities as part of our corporate social responsibility. This year, to observe World Blood Donor Day in June, the Marketing Department held a successful blood drive in collaboration with the National Blood Transfusion Services. We also hosted a successful book drive, for which we were able to donate books to Region 7. In addition, a bake sale was held on International Women's Day to financially assist an NGO. Further, the GNBS collaborated with the Ministry of Health to host 2 COVID-19 vaccination drives for staff and residents of nearby communities during 2021. As we end this edition of GNBS in 30 and close off 2021, we urge you to continue to support the GNBS going forward.
Season's greetings. The Guyana National Bureau of Standards has experienced another very successful year 2021, and this couldn't have been achieved without you, our valued stakeholders. In our continued efforts to promote standards and quality across Guyana, this year our achievements were substantial as we expanded our range and scope of services, physical infrastructure, as well as our work team. In 2022, I ask that you continue to let us support you as we collectively create a culture of quality through standards in Guyana. The GNBS aims to be even more responsive to the needs of all its stakeholders, including businesses across the sectors of our growing economy. Our doors will always remain open to serve you. On behalf of the National Standards Council, management and staff of the GNBS, best wishes to all of Guyana this Christmas, and may you be blessed with a prosperous new year.
We are the national standards body of Guyana. We ensure quality, consistency, and safety. We are a driving force for business growth and development through our training and consultancy program. We test the testers. We ensure companies maintain operations at the highest possible level, ensuring their devices are calibrated and their products are tested. Certification marks ensure confidence because of the accredited tests behind them. We provide audit and certification to laboratories and local products to national standards. We ensure accuracy. One standard. One test accepted everywhere. Delivering solutions. Working with consumer representatives. Driving business growth and development. Boosting Guyana's economy. Improving quality. The Guyana National Bureau of Standards.